Hello, what's up, y'all? This is Famous Mortimer. Hi, hi. I thought I would give a little bit of a walkthrough on how to play my tower defense game, a couple tips and whatnot, and I'm also planning on doing another video, which will be more in the create mode, and what logic I use to get the game working. So if you're interested in making a tower defense game or just seeing how the logic works, take a look for that. Anyway, we'll go to my game here, which is called Triangle Panic Tower Defense. Evidently one person's playing it right now. I've only had 20 plays total, which is depressing. Yeah, here we go. The basic idea behind Triangle Panic Tower Defense is there's 5 levels, and it's a cumulative score between the 5 levels, and you carry score over between the levels. So there's a couple maps in the middle that are quite difficult, but if you beat the easier ones and have leftover points, the points are your currency. So then that should make it easier to beat those levels. Anyway, so, you take control of this cursor here. It's pretty easy. There are 3 towers. They are mapped to the X, the square, and the triangle. I'm going to bust out the triangle first, which is the sniper tower. Which, by the way, if you ever hit circle on any of the levels, this help screen comes up and tells you what tower's what and how much they cost and all of that. That's in every one of the maps. So you start off the game with 400 points, and I find that buying a sniper tower, which costs 400 points, is probably the best move, since you may not ever get up to 400 points again. I mean, you can if you're good, but it's best to be safe. So I'm going to put this guy, the circle obviously is his radius. I'm going to put this guy right here so he hits on a bunch of paths. To place the tower, this tower isn't placed yet. As you see, it follows my cursor. It won't follow it over the paths, because obviously I don't want people putting towers on the paths. Sometimes they will stick to the path, so then you have to kind of go back and snag it again. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but that sort of comes with the territory of making a game with the LittleBigPlanet engine. You're going to run into little quirks like that. It's no big deal. They get stuck, you just go back, you just grab it again and bring it back. So anyway, to place the tower, you hit R2. So now that gets rid of the radius. This tower is now ready to fight. Every wave comes on its own eventually. There's a timer that you'll see going up here, but the first wave doesn't come until you send it. You send it with the L2 button, so I'll do that now. So as you see, this is coming out. Every triangle you kill gives you 10 points, as you see in the upper left-hand corner. Those points are your currency. Don't really worry about this as your final score, because the final score is each wave you complete gets you 5 prize bubbles at the end, and then that creates a multiplier. As you can see here, here's the timer. The next wave is coming. So I'm going to do some of the spread towers. These cost 100. These are the most basic towers because they don't have any homing function. But they are really good, as you will see in a minute. If you sort of bunch them all up together, you can make a little area of red pain. A lot of times, like when you're trying to maneuver into corners and stuff, you'll want to summon it someplace where there's a bit more room, and then you move it down into the corner. Which is, I made this a little bit too tight, but I made it. How about that? There's one level in particular where there's an area like this between the roads that's a little bit too thin. So in that case, you'd want to build the tower sort of out here and then slide it in. Again, it's just a limitation with the engine. But there are workarounds, so it's okay. The other tower, those red towers are made with X. Those are the $100 towers. The $200 towers are these are homing towers. So I'm going to put one here, which you might not be able to see for a while, so I'll put another one up here. They're best on corners because that obviously gets the most area within the blue radius, but I'm going to put this here just so you can watch. See, it targets single tower or single triangles and does its work on them. So this is pretty much it. The game itself, you know, like I said, there's 5 maps. There's a boss, which you'll see coming up in a little bit. You know what? I'm just going to go right down the middle with these. And then there's a cumulative score at the end. Which is fun for leaderboard jockeying, which obviously isn't... Well, I mean, it's happening a little bit. It seems the people that do play this game, I mean, like I said before, I only have 20 plays so far. And I've put, conservatively, 50 hours into this. More likely, I've put 75 hours into this. It took a long time to build, to figure out the logic. I'd work things out, and then it wouldn't quite work, so I'd scrap all of it and redo it. I'm still having pathing problems every once in a while. In fact, I was going to go fix the second level of this before I came in, because sometimes the triangles get stuck. But I am, every time I find them or hear about them, my friends have been really cool, they've been sending me videos of where the triangles are getting stuck. I go in and I fix them. But it's been a lot of work, and not that many people have played it, so... yeah, I'm whining about that a little bit, but I'm hoping that people dig it if you like tower defense. It's also, I created my own original music for it, which is, I don't know if I would consider the music good, but it's definitely crazy. It sounds like the music that a person in outer space losing their mind would listen to, maybe. So... this is pretty much how the game is played. The maps get more complex as you go. There's branching pathways. There's maps that have 2 spawns for the triangles. In the branching pathways, like the triangles will split and then they'll come back together. And there's some cool stuff. There's also like destructible parts in the environments in the last level. And I don't know. If you like tower defense games, I say... give it a shot. It's Triangle Panic Tower Defense, or if you just do text search for Famous Mortimer, which is just the word famous and the word Mortimer, it will come up. I only have like 5 or 6 levels posted total, so it's not like it will get lost. Oh, there's the boss. If you kill the boss, you get an extra 100 points to lead into the next level, which I just did. So I got an extra 100 points, which helps me with this. And then starting this level, I get 400 points. So now I'm going into this level with 685 points, as you see. Which is better than 400, which is the minimum you'll start a level with. So, you know, that gives me a little extra. I can play around. Usually I could only start with that, but now I can throw one of these out there too. And, you know, start it up and... away you go. So, that is Triangle Panic Tower Defense. I hope you guys give it a shot. The lbp.me link will be in the description on YouTube. If not, like I said, just do a text search for Famous Mortimer, FAMOUSMORTIMER. And thanks for watching. Look forward to the video with the behind the scenes and how this was all made.